Hey all my loyal viewers, how's it hangin'? SwordHeartStudios here, back again with another awesome reaction video for you guys here today on the channel. And this time to Nickel exit interview by Inanimate Insanity Invitational. I gotta say, Nickel's time in the game up until episode 17 really just meant a huge bunch with this season. Having gone from being a manipulator in season 2 to actually admitting why he became a manipulator and really apologizing to Balloon in season 3 for his past actions. That really hit hard in episode 16 with a very needed apology right there. As I gotta say, Nickel's redemption in this was awesome, but just seeing the way that he and Balloon both knew that he needed to be voted out of the game for Balloon to have a chance to get to the finale really shows how much Nickel had changed in the end. As I love Nickel's growth in the game overall, as I'm excited to see what the viewers had in store for the questions that they wanted to ask him. As I'm very curious to see what's going to be asked. But alright, so before we get into this exit interview with Nickel, original link will be down in the description below if you guys want to go check out Nickel's exit interview for Inanimate Insanity Invitational before watching my reaction to his exit interview. But if you already have, sit back, relax, and grab some popcorn as we get right into this 15th exit interview from Inanimate Insanity Invitational. But I'm all set up and ready to roll in 3, 2, 1, 0. Let's go. Exit interviews.
Well, hello, Inanimate Nation. It is I, your favorite
Hello,
neighborhood Inanimate Insanity guy,
Gordon Holmes.
Exit interview for Inanimate Insanity Invitational, episode 17. We're going to be talking with our final juror from the penultimate
I always like
episode
seeing the
in
people
just a
they
minute.
bring
But
in
before
to
we get into
interview.
that, the comment section is open as always. Be nice to each other. Be nice to the contestants.
There's
Be
always
nice
a
to me. I'm
variety
sensitive. With that being
of
said, Nickel, welcome to the show. And I gotta say, I'm
interviewers
so sorry.
and
Your
contestants,
loss is entirely on me. You were
which
my
is pretty
winner pick
awesome
from day
to
one, and
see.
I just never had a lucky streak with that.
Hey, all good. Luck can be the worst. Believe me, I've learned that the hard way. Yeah.
Cool. All right,
But
let's get
even
into it, Nickel.
though it may be
How
a
does it feel
worse,
to be eliminated from Inanimate Insanity
it's still
for the
pretty
third
good.
time?
Especially
I don't
for
like
how
to
he
see
shared
as being
it.
Eliminated 3 times. Instead,
Oh, wait a minute, I
like
forgot to
not
put the
see it.
captions
Close my
on.
eyes and picture a better question.
Hey, you got it, Chad. You know, we've seen you get over so many hurdles over your 3 seasons. If you could go back in time and change just one thing from your time on the show, what would it be?
Oh wait,
I'm sure there are a lot
now
of
that's
things
blocking the
people are
questions.
expecting me to say I regret, and I do. But you're probably going to ask me about them later anyway.
I'm sorry, it's
So
just a
I'm
little
gonna
image
go
from
with that time
episode
we,
16.
Oh, grated cheesy alive to make a pizza.
Oh,
seemed like a great idea.
right,
Unintended,
because
of course.
technically
But
they
in
kind of
hindsight,
murdered him.
Yeah, it was pretty messed up. Yeah. It was a
Yeah,
different time.
yeah, because I
Oh, yeah,
remember
remember the days where
mentioning the
Balloon
fact
had
of
a
cannibalism
Justin Bieber
with
sensor
that
on his face.
episode.
You know, different times indeed. Oh, speaking
Considering
of
the
Balloon,
fact they're
how does it feel
objects.
to have gone so far with him? We're talking about the contestant you
What?
had a world-renowned rivalry with, and now he's what?
Thank
your
you,
closest
August
friend?
the
Your most
Days,
successful season?
for
How does
this
that
awesome
happen?
question.
It honestly feels like such a weight lifted off, which is funny because he's weightless and always lifting off. Look, no one's more surprised than me. At the start of the season, when Balloon proposed working together, I was like, sure, whatever, good for this vote and play it safe. But I wanted to keep my distance. Too much history, you know? But then I realized I was the one writing that history. And it was on me to own up to how I treated him. To fix it.
Right.
As my favorite poet once
To
said,
be able to
it
fix
was a
what
long
he had
trek,
done,
but it was worth it.
not what
Oh, he's
Balloon
my
had
favorite
done.
too. I would absolutely buy a Balloon poetry book. Get him on that if you get a chance. But that does remind me,
Aw.
there was a third person in your Little Sinkers Alliance early on. I do want to say my heart is with Box. Just thinking about that fifth
Right,
challenge puts
since
knots
he
in my stomach.
got
Do you have
into
any
a medical
updates on his recovery
accident.
at the hospital?
I think it's safe
Oh,
to say that what
right.
happened to Box was really hard on all of
Oh,
us.
right, because technically we haven't heard any updates on his condition so far. I think since his last exit interview where people were talking for him. Because that is a pretty good question that was brought up since we haven't heard anything on Box since his disqualification from the game in episode 5.
I've gone into that waiting room a bunch of times now, but every time they ask me who I'm there to see, I just can't bear to say his name, because that would make him being there real. I honestly don't think I'm ready to talk about it any more than that. And you know what? I shouldn't have to. It's such an exploitative question. How dare you ask me this? Do better, Gordon Holmes. Do better.
Hey, I'm really sorry, Nickel. I'm not trying to start anything, but I get it.
Right,
Feelings are
because
raw,
nope,
real
no
raw.
drama
So let's
here.
get away from I and all the craziness for a second. How do you feel about an alternate version of yourself existing in a
Oh, he's
competition
talking
show?
about
Is this some sort of
BFDI!
comment on my personal growth? If so, appreciate
The
same.
other Nickel,
Confused
voiced
by the
by
wording.
Adam
Okay,
Katz
well,
also.
you know, maybe we should just stick to the game. When Clover gave you her magical luck powers, I was surprised by how much you hated it. If it were me, I'd be
Right.
running around carefree in the streets, living out all my wrestling fantasies. But now that the luck is gone, do you regret not using it for some better cause?
Well, I saw the whole luck thing as this unstoppable advantage that I didn't earn, which made the entire game almost
Oh!
feel pointless. Like, if I was going to win, I wanted to deserve it. But beyond that, having a mysterious cosmic force controlling everything I said or did, that made my life feel pointless.
Oh, cause that's why. Cause overall, I really like how it's a pretty good explanation of why Nickel didn't like how Clover was so lucky. Just because he felt like that she didn't earn it. Cause I like how it's a good explanation to why he was kind of just the way he was towards her. As their little interaction after Clover's time in the game was over in episode 15 was pretty good for them talking it out with everything that had happened. Alright, but getting right back into this.
Terrifying. And let's not forget, a bunch of us ended up dying just because she wanted an award. Clover was right.
To be fair, it
All I
was
could see
by
the harm it
accident.
could do to me, not the help it could have given others. Plus, I probably should have gotten a lottery ticket. Or 2. Or 80.
Hey, if she's looking to give anyone some magic powers, hit me up. We can go 50.
Can I please get those magic powers?
But I think that's a great question. I hope you two are good now after everything. Is there any chance you'll be visiting her for future therapy sessions?
Just because I was lying on a couch and opening up about all my insecurities doesn't mean I'd call it a therapy session.
It
I'm on a
is.
couch right now. Does that make this therapy too? Does it? Does it?
Wish I had the power of
15
luck
next
to
year's
avoid ads.
Honestly, I think it'll do you some good. I'm sure anyone going through a game like this will have a bunch of regrets to work through. I mean, do you have a biggest regret? Like, you know, getting banned from the picnics table, or the self-defeating way you used Clover's luck, or even, the terrifying violent box incident?
All right. All top shelf regrets, honestly. Thanks for reminding me of everything I did wrong, Gordon. Let me ask you, are you perfect? Didn't answer me fast enough. Dish it, but he can't take it. Okay, anyway, I touched on most of these already, but getting banned from the picnics table was pretty terrible. It was an eternal all-you-can-eat buffet, and I lost out on it because I was, trying to prove a point.
Right, because you were trying to get Clover.
Lifted for me. Me phone seems to have forgotten banning me by now, too. Wait, he doesn't watch these, does he?
Uh-oh.
Biggest regret was answering this question.
I think we can distract him with our fan-favorite recurring segment here on Inanimate Radio. We do a word association here to get to know your teammates a little bit better. I'll give you someone's name, give me the first word, a couple words that pop into your head, and if my research is correct, and occasionally it is, you've played with just about everyone. So this might take a moment. So let's start off with Balloon.
Next.
Fair enough. How about Candle?
Purple.
Now, there's no wrong answers, but I also need you to give me something here. Anything? Yin Yang.
Okay. Kinda.
Come
really
on.
funny.
Life Ring.
Loud.
How about Box?
Come
Roll
on.
for life.
Come on.
OJ?
Come on.
Cool house.
Cabbie.
Yeah.
Cheated.
Give your
Blueberry?
thoughts.
Cheated
Give your
part
thoughts.
Test Tube.
Kinda less crazy than you'd think.
Tea Kettle.
Orders! Orders!
Fan.
Didn't really play with him. He likes eggs?
Paintbrush.
Team Epic Legend! Woo!
Yay!
Super impressive ego. Just enormous.
Bot.
Yeah, sorry about the boot.
Yeah, he
Clover.
doesn't want to talk
Pretty
about
chill,
that.
Actually.
Goo.
Who? Ray.
Hey, you finally said it.
It's the first thing that came to my mind, okay?
I was trying to do a
Totally
impression there.
Oh, man. Awesome. Now, to round things out, I'm really curious about two contestants you didn't play with this season. Do you remember your pals?
No, Gordon. Why would I remember my closest allies from last season?
Well, hey, exactly. But now you made a new friend in Balloon.
Right.
Last time you saw them, you and Balloon were bitterly feuding. All this juicy drama. So I'm just wondering how you think they'll react when they learn that you two went from rivals to an unstoppable power duo.
Oh, dang! That's
Oh
good
my
stuff.
God,
I didn't even
'cause
think of that. The look
I'm
on their
excited to
faces if
see
we
how
walk
they
in
will
with those nerdy
react
best
once we
friend
get back to
t-shirts.
season 2.
Yeah, it's weird. As much fun as I've had this season, I do really miss my buddy Baseball.
Oh,
We did
Nickel.
everything together.
Nickel
Crazy
having that
I'm being
drip.
grouped in with someone else now.
Right. Even that freaky machine-generated episode from the last challenge declared that your personality is Balloon's right-hand coin. Basically a spare change.
Hey, let's be clear. It goes both ways,
Uh,
Gordon Holmes.
I love
And
that
then there's
animation
suitcase.
that they did.
Not the most comfortable
Even though I was scared of
situation,
it, I
but
still
if I've
had a
learned
pretty good
anything from my
fun
with
time.
Balloon, maybe actually talking about it and owning up to my mistakes could smooth things over. Or maybe not. I don't know. Not always the luckiest with this stuff. But that's fine. Being a good friend is a lot of work. So if not, oh well. 2 real close friends is probably
Sorry,
enough.
kids, I'm
Well,
thinking
Nickel,
about
if I
it.
may, I think after this interview, you can for sure bump that number up to 3.
Yeah.
Gordon Holmes? Friendship? Say it ain't so.
I do say it is so, Nickel. I've
Yes.
seen you work around the picnics table after the band, and I would love to grab a snack after this.
Sounds
Plus,
awesome. Let's
I
do
would
it.
like to be
Oh,
your
real
friend,
quick, let me
Nickel.
sign off. That'll
Because
be it
you've
for this
really shown
installment of
just how
Exit
much you
Interviews.
want to be a
Thank you
better
so much for
person.
speaking with me today, Nickel. It was a real privilege to talk to a 3-time legend. Just, not to brag, but I have a coin
Well,
collection
no,
back home
we didn't.
in your honor.
Nope, not
Sounds
coiny.
terrifying.
And of course, a huge thanks to our Inanimate audience for giving this a watch. And please be sure to subscribe and look out for the next opportunity to send in your questions, which could very well be read here when we speak to the finalists. Also, check me
Sweet.
out on YouTube.
But thank you,
Holmes
Gordon
There's
Holmes,
another show
for
kinda
this
like this called
awesome
Survivor. I do
interview
exit
with
interviews
Nickel,
those contestants
and
when they're voted
also-
out of the game. I've been doing it for the past 15 years. Yeah, I'm that old. Check that out if you're a fan
Yeah.
of that. Also, I published a graphic novel that I wrote and illustrated myself. It's
Ooh.
called The Bad Guy. It's a pro wrestling comic book with a heart, a real tearjerker, weirdly. You can find that at legacycomics.com, comics with an X. And that's all I got. This has been Gordon Holmes here with IPR, signing off.
Sweet. But thank you, Sophia Rimler, for the video editing, Adam Katz, the voice of Nickel, and Justin Chapman for being the audio editor, and Gordon Holmes, the interviewer. Alright, that does it for Inanimate Insanity Invitational Nickel's exit interview. So I gotta say, I really like how, because we all know getting into the finale, there was gonna be some interesting questions if Nickel got an exit interview after he got eliminated, as I really love the interesting questions that were brought up in this, like why he didn't like the luck that was given towards him by Clover, but also just the way he was with his biggest regrets, and just how Suitcase and Baseball would react to him and Balloon being friends, having finally made up for what happened. Because honestly, I'm really excited to see how it's going to reflect back into season 2 once we get back into there. As for how long it's been, I'm gonna be excited to see how Baseball and Suitball, not Suitball, what the heck, it sounds like I'm making a ship out of Baseball and Suitcase, but with Suitcase and Baseball, when they see that Balloon and Nickel have become friends. It's gonna really make an interesting thing, especially when they head back to Inanimate Island. But overall, this exit interview with Nickel was pretty good. So what did you guys think? Let me know in the comments below, but also if you guys are excited for the Inanimate Insanity episode 8, well, Inanimate Insanity Invitational episode 18, part 1 of the finale, as I'm really excited to see how things are gonna go down Saturday when everything happens. But alright, so this is where we're gonna end it. But like always, if you guys like this video, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe button for more awesome content in the future, just like this, and make sure to click that notification bell down below for my latest videos and updates. But I'm SwordHeartStudios, and I'll see you guys next time for Inanimate Insanity Invitational episode 18. But see ya, everyone!